Hello and welcome to the Chaos Hawkover with Low J and Mike C, and also Chaos Quentin.
Okay, let's start off with the key players we're expecting to do well in Season 4. We've got Fat, Shakalaka, Flickioli, Strat, Empuddy, Baz, Peskis, DeVille IRS, Grapefruit, Defender, Kyrie and Wilson. So first off, Fat. What does everyone think about Fat then?
He's fat.
Fat is
Yeah.
fat. Fat's really good.
The
He doesn't
reason
have a
that-
mic.
Oh, he has a mic now.
No, he doesn't have a mic.
Oh, I thought you said he does.
Well, he does, but he doesn't talk on it.
The reason he's so good at Prevent is because he's really fat. People have to go around him for ages.
Oh.
And they just can't
Wow.
manage it.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
I think
Captain
got some
Season
good snipes.
Everyone knows basically Fat's probably the best defender in the LTP.
Yeah, maybe even Tag Pro.
Maybe even Tag Pro.
I'm still a big Grapefruit fan. So.
Let's talk about Grapefruit then. I mean, Grapefruit obviously a quality defender.
Yeah.
He's on. He is German though, I think, or something like that. So that's not very good.
He is German, but he did win FU in your Gospel War for Season 3.
Did he?
He did, yeah.
Didn't get good enough grasp. Well, he won the overall thingy in season 1, I think it was. The overall D gasp. I don't know if he got total gasp as well.
Loja's
And-
living in the past.
Yep,
And obviously
Season
a
3.
former vice captain as well.
and captain at the end, and
Oh, yeah.
captain season 2 as well.
Yeah.
So clearly a fantastic player there for Grapefruit.
Yep.
Let's talk about an attacker now. Let's go with Empuddy.
I like him, buddy.
Empuddy partnered with Nub last season, and they got all the way to the final. So that's always good. They had a really, really strong attack. Nub and Empuddy had a really good partnership. I don't know if they'll be allowed to be together again, because I don't think the other captains will want that.
I can't see it happening.
Yeah.
And just going to point out that Empuddy did that well with a lot of doubts on him because he took a season off. A lot of people thought he was a questionable pickup for a first round. Proved them wrong quite quickly.
But Nub took the risk and it definitely paid off. And I can see Empuddy going for a very high score this time.
Yeah.
Well, how much do you reckon he's going to get? What's the points first off? How many do they have each? It's 100 to spend.
Everyone's got 100
100.
euros each.
You,
Euros,
Pounds
EUROLLS.
I
It
can
doesn't
accept
get
that.
better the more I say it. It's disappointing.
Euros.
Pound sterling,
I like it.
think.
They've got 100 of those each. I'm expecting the big players, such as ones we mentioned, maybe go for 50, 60.
I think
Yeah.
65, 70 will be the maximum.
Okay.
We've got Fat and Flick out there and Empuddy, who all went extremely high during 3.5.
You mentioned Flick there, obviously MVP for Season 2.
Yeah.
Amazing attacker.
Has had a bit of a lag issue last season. I think he's fixed that now that he's back at uni. I haven't really seen him play since Season 3. How did he do Season 3.5? Any of you know?
Not really sure. So who picked him
Not
up?
too sure.
He was really expensive, I remember.
Yeah, I think he was the most expensive one. Him or Fat or Empuddy.
Because I really wanted to get Flick, and then he was really expensive, and I just gave up.
Flick went for 125 to Heisenberg's team. Empuddy was most expensive at 134.
I think Heisenberg's team did quite well. I think they made it to the higher playoffs, but yeah, Flick's a really good player. What team was he on last season?
Season 3?
Yeah,
We won't talk about Season 3.
yeah, I thought so.
The out days.
I don't think Season 3 actually happened. We went straight to 3.5 from 2.
Oh yeah.
Bit of confusion with
What
the
was the
numbers.
reason for that, OJ?
Rems can't count very well.
Ah,
Good politician, just can't count.
Let's have a talk about Strategio then.
he's Irish.
He is
I
indeed.
was going to say that.
That's what I was going to say. Next person.
That's all we know about Strat.
That's our comments.
He's played in every season, he's got, 35 plus caps each season.
35
He has
plus
an L in
every
his
season.
name.
Yeah.
That's quality.
So I'm pretty sure that's right anyway, but he's clearly a great attacker.
That's why he's a key player.
And he is Irish.
One in Season 2. In Season 1 and Season 2, I was confused him and Shakalaka.
Is the Irish thing a positive or a negative?
I'd say positive.
I think
yeah,
it's
I
positive.
think we've
The
seen
accent's
many
fantastic.
people over the course of the past few seasons, they've overcome their Irish roots. Baz has done very well despite being Irish. Friday as well. And I think it's
Strategic,
just
yeah.
inspiring to see these players just kind of overcome the odds, as it were.
We're yet to see a Welsh person overcome their odds, unfortunately, Chaos. But
The
as
odds
soon
are
as
pretty
you
good.
get over that.
They do have a lot to overcome,
I'm
though.
third.
And again, with the Irish link, we've got Baz.
Yeah, he was drafted in minors, 4 minors in America.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so were so was Strat,
Yeah.
and so was Shaka.
That's true.
And Baz is a really nice guy in real life.
I've heard that before, actually. Yeah.
Yeah.
How would you
The
know,
photo
Mike?
of you guys is actually my desktop background now.
What's that?
The photo of
is
Baz
it?
and Mike seeing that.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
see the one,
background.
Fred.
Fred, yeah.
Oh,
Right.
is Fred coming?
I don't think so.
Oh,
Baz, obviously a great defender, great communication, sometimes a bit angry in game, but that makes it more entertaining,
I think most Irish people are always angry, aren't they?
yeah.
It's
They
just-
are.
You would be, wouldn't you, really?
Yeah.
Speaking about a cause of anger, we've got the real IRS.
That was the tedious link I've ever heard.
Smooth transition.
I was happy with that one.
IRS sort of appearing out of nowhere last season. Not actually out of nowhere. I think he played the season before, but he was in as a sub, and then Trisky vanished. I think it was Trisky on their team. It might have been Emma Sperm. I can't remember which one was which team. They vanished, and he took their place on O with Pescus, and did all right,
Defense.
I suppose. Yeah, on D with Pescus, one of the two.
Yeah, he's a great defender, really proved himself for Roland BC, and he won the 5th Man Award last season.
He was the 5th man last season. I
One
didn't
of
know
the
that.
few players who didn't play for Athletic had to win an award.
Yeah, corruption.
There were a few.
Now that
winners.
Athletic Cap also have the commissioner, there'll be even more corruption this time with the awards.
Basically, Sepp Blatter.
Yep.
Mike
So-
C refuses to comment.
No comment.
No.
Let's talk about an Athletic player last season, defender though.
Very nice guy defender. Was on my
He's not
team
Irish.
season 3.5. Did have a bit of availability issues in 3.5. So I'm not sure if he's sorted that.
A
But
former
hopefully,
captain
I
I
as
think
well.
he has.
He took his team to playoffs in season 2,
Yeah.
and he was.
Did he? I
Defender
thought
was
he took his team to last place in season 2.
No playoffs.
Oh no, it was
Chaos is confident.
no. Defender was nominated for riskiest strats. He is quite an aggressive defender with his snipe returns. He really, he's quality at sniping returns, and he can get you out of nowhere from what I found.
I've only played with him a few times, and it seemed like he also had quite good communication, as far as I can remember.
He's very
Yeah.
calming presence as well. Yeah, with
Yeah.
great communication.
It seems like
there's something about those Estonians. They're nice and calm. Him and all.
he had like good, concise calls. He wasn't just like yelling out everything he saw. He just said the important stuff. Yeah.
There are a lot of good Estonians in Tag Pro this year. Shout out to Estonia.
It's a good country.
Yeah. I don't actually know where it is. It's Det's from Estonia. Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
So going on to the next person. So a lot of people were sort of surprised was a starter or was signed so early last season. Kiri Irving.
Yeah.
I wasn't surprised.
I've heard he's
no,
good
he's-
at basketball.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Alright,
Good,
guys.
good
Good link.
reference. Good reference.
It's funny.
Was,
Yeah, I mean, Karyevin crossed over a lot of defenders last season.
Yeah.
That was another basketball
Another,
reference.
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's good. He broke a lot of ankles.
Yeah. He is a great attacker, though.
I
I
don't
mean,
watch
yeah.
basketball.
Very
There
nice
were-
guy as well.
I heard a few doubts about him, but he definitely proved those doubts wrong. Great offensive stats.
I believe he was on your team. That's 3.5 Chaos.
Yeah, he was. He was a really good pick for us. He really led the offense and got a lot of caps when it was difficult to get caps. And I think, if I was a captain, I'd definitely want him. Probably first round, because I think that's when he'll go. Except there's an auction draft. So probably first
Yeah.
auction round draft thing with points.
Yeah. He'll probably be like
Yeah.
50 or something.
Yeah.
Pretty early.
Depends if anyone really wants him.
He also
I
does a
really
great
want
job running the core contenders.
He does indeed, yeah. Took that over off rookie, and got it sort of a bit of life back into it. Yeah, I reckon he'll go fairly high. Maybe a very good asset for a team.
Speaking of Tagmo players, a bit of life back into them. We've got Wilson making a
Wilson,
return.
yeah, reappeared from the depths of Scotland.
You guys put him in key players. I wasn't so sure because he hasn't played for a while, but he was definitely good before he quit.
He'll be fine.
We do have Wilson on the phone, actually.
Do we?
We do.
Hello, wee man.
Wilson, good to hear from you again.
Yeah, there he is. I didn't expect to see him. How you doing, Wilson? I'm fine, laddie. How are you guys doing in the studio?
Oh my god.
All good, thanks, Wilson.
This is a really good quality podcast we got here. I'm glad Chaos is here.
Talk about the key players. Right, I know that I'd be involved.
So Wilson, people have been questioning whether you'll be able to play with the big boys after your brief absence. What do you reckon?
It looks like Wilson's left.
Well, I guess we'll never know what he thinks of Hawker's opinions.
We
glad to hear
just
from him.
won't know if he's going to be around or not because he just left.
He just pops in and out whenever he wants. It's a bit of a risky pick, it sounds like.
But
He's
yeah, very good for. He could be maybe a bit of a sleeper. Then people might not be expecting him to get picked up.
He's a great defender, though. You have to remember that.
Very good.
Have we talked about Peskis?
We haven't talked about Peskis.
No. Cool as a
that's the
cucumber.
best.
Yeah, cool as a cucumber Peskis.
Like the best team name of season 3.5. Absolutely, Peskis from a Rose.
Oh yeah.
Classic name.
Black Hawk Down was.
I'm not gonna lie, I have no idea what that's referencing.
Yeah, it's a song.
It's a song. It was in like Batman, right?
Peskis was
Yeah, it
nominated
was.
for MVP and Defensive Player of the Season last season. So he had a brilliant
3.5
season.
or 3?
3.
Yeah.
So he had a fantastic season 3.
He's always nominated for cool as a cucumber as well, so that's always a good asset to have on a team as someone who can keep their head about him.
Yep, definitely.
I really want a cucumber now.
Right, good to know.
Quality insight from Chaos Quentin.
I think that wraps up our key players.
No, I think we've missed out Shaka.
Did we miss out Shaka?
Yeah, I think so.
He's no great loss.
Sorry,
Yeah.
Shaka.
So Shaka is also in our key players. And on to the next lot.
Moving on, we've got some top players here we think could feature heavily in starting 4 lineups. Maybe not the key players, but definitely players we expect to impress. And we're going to start off with Imperius.
He was on my team season 3, came in, I believe, as a free agent, and he was a hell of a pickup for our team. Very, very useful, really good on IO, very slippery. Started actually in the first week playing majors with Meth, with Flickin, Hypo and D, and then from then it was majors the whole time. Did have a little bit of availability at the end, but that was for like the last match in the playoffs, which were irrelevant to our team anyway.
It's
He
not
was
I
on-
really
easy.
rate him.
He was on my 3.5 team. He was really good. I picked him up for quite a lot, but yeah, he really helps like carry my offense. He's just really good, and also he's good at communication. I think he's a good clear voice.
He was nominated for Best Latecomer last season as well. Like you said, joined as a free agent. And really did well to just jump in straight to majors and impress.
Yeah, I don't think he's reached his full potential then. If he only started last season and got straight into majors, maybe he could go even further. So yeah, he'll definitely be majors again.
Yeah, easily.
He does have a bit of a temper on him, but as long as his teammates are not fucking up, it should be okay.
I never experienced this temper.
Maybe
guess-
it's just because our team was doing
I
so
guess
bad.
my team was just winning every game. So
Yeah.
Another player, sometimes a bit of temper, is Sheldon.
I've not actually ever played with Sheldon. I think I played with him in pubs, and I still believe he is a pub scrub.
Well,
I don't think I've ever heard of him. So
Sheldon's on the legendary Foreskins. He won a hell of a lot of awards last season. The Foreskins are actually the first Cool Contenders team to take down the. Who was it? The team in first?
The one with the stupid name.
The really good one.
Maximus,
So
Brutus,
Sheldon won
Tagamus, and
Miners Offensive Player season, Miners MVP, and Most Improved last season in Season 3. And Captain in Season 3.5 as well.
Yeah, he was
and
mine.
one, I believe, didn't he?
He was probably ready for majors last
Probably.
season, to be honest.
Hawker, you'll know.
Sheldon had huge
Because you were in
improvements
the
last
finals.
season.
Did Sheldon win?
Yeah, Sheldon won 3.5.
And where were you?
Second.
So you have a bit of a bitterness going on with Sheldon then?
No, I like Sheldon. He carries me in core contenders. It's great.
It's not enough drama. We need more drama.
Chaos can make drama sometimes.
Alright, yeah, Chaos. Chaos, who's your least favourite?
In the entire Tag Pro
Yeah.
universe, Loj.
Okay, I agree.
I agree.
There's a knob.
We can't just all agree. There's no drama there.
I disagree.
I disagree.
But Sheldon is easily Major's quality, and he'll show it this season.
Yeah, definitely. He'll be a very good pickup. On to his good friend, Sheratinho.
That wasn't a very good transition.
I enjoyed it.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, it was better than whatever Mike's last
It
one
was,
that was amazing.
The also hated is the real IRS.
Something like that.
They both start with SH in their name.
Yeah,
So that's interesting.
SAG actually. Alright,
SAG.
And
so
there are words to
Sheratinho.
describe them as well that began in a similar fashion.
So Shera stepped up in season
Shockingly
3
good.
To take CRSD's place after he vanished, which I didn't realise he'd vanished till like literally the final. So I was like, oh okay, he's not been here. Cool. So what are you guys thinking of Shera?
Well,
he's-
he proved he could hang with the best because obviously he played in the final. They
Well, he won the
maybe.
final.
I don't remember.
He did win.
Did they?
They
Oh,
did.
I was supporting Rackdown.
I was.
Sheratinho's really good.
I'd like to see how he does without the partner that is fat, who could probably carry anyone.
Well,
I
he didn't carry
I
me.
think I'm possibly the only person in the LTP who thinks Shera is overrated.
What?
Oh, controversial.
drama.
First drama, putting it out there. I think he's very good, but I don't think he's as good. I think he would be major.
Well, I think with Shera, he is very good, but we've not seen enough from him to separate him from all the other very good defenders in the league.
He's had some
are on
lag
the fringes
issues
of majors.
as well. He's had some lag issues, which I don't know if they'll continue. It was something about his laptop, but he's definitely been good. He's really good at communication as well, which is something you guys can't really see. Yeah, he's always good at calling out pup timers and stuff like that. He would really he normally tries to lead the communication on the defenders. I guess having to play with Fat, who didn't have a mic, probably helped his communication.
Yeah.
But yeah,
What day is it today?
what is
Friday.
Friday?
Friday's a great attacker.
Oh my
Oh,
god,
you're an idiot.
that's brilliant. That is quality. Well, this isn't going to be uploaded on Friday, so everyone's going to be like, no, it's Saturday.
Yeah, I
Oh
have to.
yeah. True. No.
Yeah.
Yes, he was on my team in Broadchester season 2, back when he didn't have a mic. And I was like, everyone, when Panda picked him up as his co-captain, was like, oh, that's shit, such a shit pickup. And I was like, fucking done. Everyone's going to get kicked in the arse without realising what happened. And then he had a mic as well, and then I found out he was Irish, and it was just even better.
Friday's incredible at holding the flag. One of the best I've seen at holding and just staying alive.
I believe last season the top 3 were like Empuddy, Dead Nan, Friday, and Imperius.
Both
It was absolutely disgusting flag abilities.
Friday, would you say?
Is my dude.
Possibly if he gets, better defenders at blocking, he can get so many more caps.
Mike, would you say you're interested in getting Friday then? You are a captain.
No comment.
No comment. Oh,
No comment on all these players.
doesn't want to let his draft secrets out.
He's going to draft the other captains to reduce the odds.
I may reveal some secrets tomorrow in the London meetup, but
I will be swiftly texting someone to make them post it. Done. So, speaking of London, a player that lives in London is, I don't know, none of them. Shit.
Heisenberg.
A different link. So, how about that Heisenberg? There we go. That was good.
He's a Chelsea fan. He played for Wrecktown last season. He's rated 5 stars on the draft packet, which I thought was maybe a little underselling his ability.
Yes.
Definitely
he's
a
a
6-star
big-
player for me.
a big Foot Manager fan, so
And
Yeah,
like
he wasn't-
Sheratinho, he's a good defender, but there are lots of good defenders. And I think this will be the season where hopefully we see that he can reach new levels and stuff.
I believe he got top defender of ELTP minor leagues.
Yeah,
Yeah, very good. He would be on my radar if I was a captain. Fuck you, whoever made that decision.
Who
no,
was
I'd agree
his?
with you there.
Who was his
Yeah.
defensive partner last season in minors? I don't remember. I don't know.
No,
Was it
Shagbo
Bulby?
on D.
Might have been Bobby. I don't think so.
And he
If
is
it was, then that's even more impressive.
one of the best H-name players.
Well,
He is.
one of the best. I mean,
Chaos
I
Quentin.
think he's the best defender this season, beginning with H, assuming that Hypo's playing O, even.
Yeah.
well,
He's
speaking of
definitely the
great
best
H players, I think Hawker is a. Wait, that's me.
No, what is it?
Oh,
I can't see him
Hawker
in
did
H
very
play.
well. Hawker did very well in Blockburn, but he was also with Erop, who my personal favourite defender in the entire league. Not by skill, but I just love Erop. He's a
Yeah.
lad.
he's
I think-
awesome.
And
think-
also being carried by Cookie as well.
Yeah.
I'm not sure
um,
if I was carried, but
I mean, as far as I'm aware, the stats don't lie. Other people say they do, but they don't.
I think
Um,
Hawker's finished. And speaking of finished players, we've got Jufter.
Oh, okay. I
Ah,
had
does
a
he
point
finish,
about
yeah.
Hawker. Okay.
Yeah,
oh,
you have
Sorry.
to go. Oh, okay, go on.
I just wanted to make the pun.
Yeah. The thing about Hawker is he's good because he's exactly what ELTP needs. Because if me and Mike C are in the same game, then we need someone to commentate it.
that's very
Oh,
true.
that's true. That's true.
Speaking of Hawker's
Speak-
finish. Speaking of finish, someone
fair,
else
though-
who's finished is in fact Jefter.
Chaos.
Oh yeah.
I won't play miners though.
Jufta, who continues to incorrectly tell people that his name is pronounced Jufta, when in fact it is clearly spelt Jufta.
Jufta.
He's a very good player. Again, Hawker, you'll know more about this. He was
Yeah.
on your team
We all
last
called him
season.
Yufta last season. We all did as
Well,
he
you were
asked.
wrong.
But yeah, Yufta
Yeah.
got a mic last season, which really helped him. He actually Noctis was picked as the first round. He was meant to be the Majors player, and then Yufta performed so well that he had to step up to Majors to partner Pooh most of the time. Yufta's very
Yeah.
very good. He's really good at
He does
juking.
very well. Yeah, he does very well on Leicester. His last season in NLTP, he was second best O gasp or something like that. So he can handle the lag as well if he gets it. But I assume he's finished, so get a little bit.
Sometimes his decision making is the only thing I question. Like, he sometimes goes for really risky grabs, which they can often pay off because he's really good at juking, but sometimes he'll just flaccid and then it's a bit awkward.
But when he does manage that and he gets some really nice jukes, he breaks a lot of ankles. And talking of breaking ankles, we've got Dr. McDonald. He's another person who we think is going to
He's a
start.
doctor.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
was the pun.
I'll
Yeah.
tell you
Yeah.
more used to fix ankles, but you know.
Yeah.
Maybe at your hospital. In the north, it's different. Broken bones are a badge of honor.
In the north, when you break your ankle, they just take you out back and shoot you.
Well, Dr.
No,
McDonald
fuck you, oh.
hasn't
Dr. McDonald.
he hasn't been as active recently, so I'm not sure how good he actually is, but he was definitely up to majors last season.
Yeah, and season before, I believe he did play some majors.
He is a great major defender. I think people know more of his commentary and streaming, but
And
you can't look
pre-draft
over his technical
podcast.
skill. And podcast.
He knows
He's-
how
yeah.
to do a pre-draft podcast.
He's got quite good communication as far as I'm aware from the few times I've played with him.
Yeah.
Probably will go around the same time as he did in season 3. Actually, he was a third round pick on Panda's team after Friday and Core.
How much would you bid for him?
Personally, well, I assume I've already bid about it, so probably about 15.
No comment.
15?
Well, I'm assuming I've put about 50,
Yeah.
60 on a first round person.
So it's
I
a bit
think
low.
it would be
You can go
fair
up
to
to
say
20.
that Mike C would outbid you there, wouldn't he, Mike?
I would bid 16, yeah.
Oh, I bid 17.
Maybe 15 and a half.
18.
18.
This-
Ooh.
This is what's going to happen tomorrow. It's going to be exciting. It's going to happen today.
Tomorrow, if you're watching this on Saturday.
T-
But
Today?
I'm travelling from
Yesterday?
Friday. It's the 11th, and it's the 9th today, but it's the 10th when this is uploaded. Apparently.
Oh, every time
I
someone,
understand how it works.
every time someone bids on him, someone else is going to be nipping at their heels to try and get him. And talking of nipping, we're going to nip. Yeah, that was a good one.
I don't think it was that good.
So we go on to Nip, who very much impressed me last season.
He was minors, wasn't he?
He was. I
Wrexham,
played him on
I think, maybe.
45, and he made a few jukes which made us all seem silly, bouncing off the corners and
Yeah.
shit. It was quite impressive. Bouncing off the corners to split us, it was horrendous.
Nip's on Mumble quite a lot. He's good to talk to.
He's a good artist.
I like
actually.
Nip. He's a
He
good
sounds
one.
a bit like Empuddy.
Good at art.
Is he? Didn't know that.
Yeah.
He sounds a bit like Empuddy, so if they end up on the same team, it'll be a bit confusing.
Yeah.
And I've heard that when he does art, he likes drawing foxes.
Oh, and talking of foxes, we've got Sam.
Sam,
Was that not the link you're going for? Sorry, Foxy.
It was.
Foxy, that's the one.
Foxy, another of Hawker's partners.
Yeah. He was partners.
Yeah, you know.
Hawker into Mormonism.
Foxy's cool. No, Foxy is also good at art, actually. He drew us a few things.
Oh yeah, I saw.
Yeah, he played in our
He
minors
made a few
team.
badges, didn't he? For
Yeah, he
season
did
one.
do that as well.
I think he probably played Tag Pro at some point as well.
Yeah, he didn't have much time to play last season, but he was still really good. It was
Despite
basically
that, he's got a lot of minutes for minor league.
yeah. Foxy and Doodle were basically our minor attacking partnership. And like, I don't think we even played Noctis much, even though we had the option, because Foxy and Doodle had a really good synergy. He made a few weird decisions. I remember he nearly got nub stepped in the final, and I was sad about that. But then he didn't, so I was fine with it.
So you're happy again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Foxy's been really experienced, and I think he deserves to be Majors Attacker this
Oh,
season.
yeah. Very experienced. He had a crown by the time I started, I believe, which was like a year ago, more than that. So he's been around for a long time.
He's also like he's quite fun to play with. Like,
Yeah, definitely.
yeah, he's a fun guy.
But he is.
Speaking of fun guys,
Mushrooms.
the mushroom. Wait, there's no mushrooms.
Speak of
You want to-
ginseng, because that's a herb. Ginseng is a planty herb thing.
We've done him though. Mushrooms
Have we?
and that.
We've
Not
done
yet.
ginseng.
Oh no,
That
sorry, we
was a
did
perfectly good
Heisenberg.
transition, and you ruined it.
Fuck you. Whatever.
Ginseng, as you may or may not know, is American. He was also drafted ridiculously low in season, whatever the last one was, 3,
You cut out.
by Mike C.
Last round, I
He
believe.
was, yeah. 10th
Would you
round.
be drafting him higher?
Yes.
If he has the opportunity, I'm sure Mike would. I'm sure any
He-
captain would
I
get him higher than
cannot
10.
I cannot see him going that late again. Ginseng, he's an amazing player on American servers, and on EU servers, he's just as good.
Do you know
I have actually heard that he's in a bit of a rut at the moment.
Oh.
It's not as good as he used to be. But then
Here
I heard
comes the
that
transition.
season. I heard that season 3 that he was the same about him when he went so low. People were like, oh, it's because he's been in a bit of a rut, and it obviously made waves in minor leagues.
Do you know what his ping's like, Mike?
I think it's about 100.
That's not too bad.
Yeah,
it's
he
fine.
can easily play on EU servers. I probably should have given him more majors time. He deserved it. He didn't use his microphone much during the season, but he did during playoffs.
That's nice.
Yeah.
At least he
Yeah,
has
that's
a mic.
pretty. And going into the other American, having Fez here. I think Fez is
I
good.
thought he was Canadian.
No, that's micro, isn't it? Alright, well, they're in America, the continent, so that'll do.
I wasn't sure about Fez being American because his country on the stand-ups is UK.
Uh,
I'm assuming he still is American.
yeah, I assume he's lying.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm expecting Nub to draft him quite fully because he has been on his Nubs team for 3 seasons. Season 2, he was on our team in minors. Season 3, he was drafted by Nub. Season 3.5, he was drafted by Nub. Fez just drafted Nub in MLTP. I'm expecting another Nub here.
We can expect 3 seasons in a movie.
Yep.
Wow.
Good defender. One of those people that gets fucked over quite a lot by the rare clips on the subreddit where he always seems to be screwing.
Hey, that's me as well.
Yours is the one clip, but
That's
it's
true.
so bad that it's used over and over.
Well, you know. I think you're just jealous of my fame.
I don't think so.
Alright then.
Okay, I think we've gone for quite a long time.
We
We're
have.
gonna, yeah, well, how long
Who have we
doing?
missed? Let's just quickly.
A lot of people. I assume we're going to have a list up when we actually do this.
Yeah, we will.
Yeah, so we'll just be like, yeah, these are the people. So the entire list of people we've got is for first team age. We've got Wesbot, Imperius, Yufta, Sheldon, Shera, Friday, Viggy, Wild Such Bulls, Heisenberg, Hawker, Cookie, Foxy, Doodle, N-Shark, Sam, Ginseng, Nip, Corhall, Julian, Fez, The Only Ball, VRX TR, Grizzlebear, and Dr. McDonald.
Okay.
Interestingly enough, though, there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people from Blockburn on that team, including another 2 as captains.
Blockburn was a really good team.
I think we
they
knocked them out.
got quite
Miners
lucky, I
was
think.
good anyway. I mean, the majors, they didn't do so well, but that's not my problem. I blame Ron.
Yep. absentee captain.
And now I'm going to speak out some players we think could shine as the fifth men on their team. So still going in the auction draft, or maybe first round as the standard draft, but they'll be on the fringe of the majors team. And we're going to start off with an interesting one, Neril.
So now,
Interesting.
this is season 2. And since then he's shining as an offender, he's now switched to defense.
Yeah, that's why he's so low. Normally he would definitely be in at least first team majors.
Yeah. Key, probably. So, Mike, you've played with him for 2 seasons now.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think of this change, and do you think he can handle it?
It's an interesting one. I mean, obviously, offensive part with Neril for 2 seasons, so I know him well. I think his defense is okay. Probably on the cusp of majors quality. And it will be interesting to see how he kind of goes with that with more time. I've pubbed with him a few times on defense, and he can do a good job.
I'd say a fifth man would need to be a leader of the minors team, preferably. Do you think Neril could do that?
It'll be a tough call. I think his offensive qualities there will help out a lot in terms of knowing where offenders are going to go.
What's his captaining abilities like, do you think? How's his communication, his decision making? So if he's going to be captaining, he's most likely, for some teams, going to be choosing who plays.
I think that's pretty good. He didn't get too much chance that last season, but in season 2 he was vice captain for Newcompt. So he would have got experience there. But it'll be interesting to see how he does this season.
So if he goes fifth man, it'll actually be his lowest draft ever. I don't believe he was in season 1. So he went first round. Then was he first round for you as well? Was he second round for you?
Second. He was vice captain for Newcompt and second round for me.
Oh yeah, you went Baz first, didn't you? Yeah. So if Neril goes fifth man, it'll be his lowest draft ever, and we'll see how he handles it and whether he decides partway through he's going to switch back to O. So another person to talk about, Coltrane, top overall, I believe, in Gasp total last season for quite a long time. I don't know if he carried it all the way through.
He did, yeah. He had the highest total Gasp for minors.
So, again, your team, wasn't he?
Yeah, again, played for Athletic App. Had a lot of time on defence, but kind of had to put him on offence sometimes, just to a lack of people. But he did really well there. He showed that he's becoming a really good all-round player.
I actually don't know a lot about Coltrane, not really played with him much.
Didn't he used to be Omar Cumming Yo?
Oh yeah, the person with the
did,
worst. Shaka drafted him as the person with the worst name in the game.
Well, that's why he changed
in season 2. I believe so, yeah.
Makes sense.
But yeah, Coltrane Captrain, he didn't, for a long time, he didn't have a grab in Majors ELTP. He was the only player to play without a grab. So I put him on offense 1 game.
In Majors?
Yeah.
Wow.
When did he play Majors?
He played Majors for a few bits at the end of the season.
Okay. And how did he do? I think, is he one of those that's quite good at both then?
Yeah, he's quite good on offense and defense.
What would you recommend captains to draft him as? Or is this another no comment?
I think he's a good all-round fifth man.
Yeah. That's why you pick him as fifth man, because you can kind of mould the team around him. You can be like Coltrane, you can go on O or D, and then I'll draft other good people around him. That's why I think that's the way it's best. It gives you flexibility.
Definitely.
Alright, so
Another flexible player is Loj.
oh,
Is he?
Oh, shucks.
Can Loj even do the splits?
I can, actually.
Confirmed reports from Cookie.
We need a video now of that Loj.
Confirmed reports from Cookie, apparently.
Unfortunately, those videos aren't suitable for public.
Oh god.
But if you'd PayPal me £5, they can be released to you.
Another London meetup plug as well. They'll be there.
Oh, yeah. That's something to look forward to.
Yeah,
So,
Loj.
Talk about Loj in Tag Pro terms.
Who? Loj? Talk about Loj?
There's not a lot to say really. He played for Poppenham. He had some majors experience then.
He didn't do that well, did he? Do you have an excuse, Loj?
I do actually. My defensive partnerships suck.
And also the lag.
Yeah, and the lag. No, I had Fred, and we play quite similarly. I've actually asked Fred not to draft me because we play.
Because you hate him.
Yeah, because I hate him. No, because we play quite similarly, so we both go to do the same thing. Except he's better, so he'd get returns.
So you're saying you want Fred to draft you?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, okay. Fred,
Alright.
if you're listening, it's a plea.
Yeah.
Someone's got to draft him.
But yeah, we
Do it
played
first.
two. We played two similarly, and Fred was on D with me, or I was with Hypo, who it's quite hard to do well with because he steals all the returns. and all the prevent, and then like pushes you into spikes, like, fuck you, these are my stats. It's quite mean, really. But yeah.
So,
I think Loj would be good at captaining a minors team as well. Or
Three
maybe
seasons-
captaining a majors team in the future.
Mate, 3
see
seasons
that
experience of minors. I was one of like 3 minors teams. I was captain. Season 2 captain. Season 3 captain.
so look for Loj
RLTP,
to
RLTP captain. NLTP co-captain this season.
so look for Loj to
Experience out my years.
push on to 5th man this season, or maybe majors. He deserves it.
Yeah.
Draft Loj.
Does he?
Hashtag draft do season 4. Wait, no, draft Loj season 4.
Dude doesn't
And
even sign up.
Loj, you mentioned wanting to talk about someone else.
Oh yeah, there's 2 other people we need to talk about. First of which is Melon. Melon, I would have put higher because he was quite impressive last season. Was he your team or was he Tag Pro Rangers?
Tag Pro Rangers.
Yeah.
So he made it to the final still.
Yeah, and he was quite impressive. He came in quite late, I believe. Didn't have a lot of minutes, but did very impressively in that small amount of minutes. But from when I watched him, had a bit of lag, and from reports from his team, I think it was Waste Effort or someone was telling me he had quite a bit of lag. But I don't know if he's got that fixed or whatever. But he was, even with the lag, came in and was top of O for those weeks that he was playing.
I was looking at his minor stats. In 110 minutes, he had 21 caps.
Yeah, very, very impressive. I would put him higher apart from the lag, obviously, which, especially against the majors players, might be a bit of an issue. But I expect him, if he is drafted 5th man, he can probably move up to starting team. Because, yeah,
easily.
does very well. And on to another player who is
another
much
food.
beloved. Yeah, kids. I'm actually quite hungry. I'm going to go get a sandwich. I think I'll have a bat. Oh, yeah, that was a good
With
one.
Oh, Babs.
With a Z on the
Yeah,
end.
bats, yeah.
Will it have melon?
Can you get some more,
yeah.
more Babs?
A melon
So I have
bat?
multiple BAPs. So Chaos Quinton, would you like to tell us about BAPs?
Well, okay. Baps is French, and he's really good at playing both defense and offense, and that's kind of why I really wanted him to be included in the 5th man thing. At first, he was just a defensive player, and he's probably, maybe, potentially, as good as, if not maybe better than me. And he can play offense too, as we learned last season, and in 3.5 and in cold contenders. And he's French.
He's French.
This is the least eager you've been about BAPs like this entire time.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of fought for the moment, and now that it's here,
You're like, oh, I should have done it.
I'm just pleased that I got to mention him.
Do you think Baps would be like a good leader?
Yes, absolutely. He's really nice. I don't know if he's got the kind of strict thing that you might need to be a captain, but it's minus captain, so
Nah.
yeah, I think he could do it.
Do you think Chaos could do it? Oh wait, he's
No.
not on the list. Never mind. Never mind.
Yeah,
We can't talk about Chaos.
3 stars on the draft packet.
That's less than 4. That's less than Sam.
Yeah.
Just to save a bit of time, we'll just recap the rest of the 5th men now, I think. Is there anyone else? Or
No, we recap them now.
So just to recap all the people we think could be great 5th men, we've got Sunner, Coltrane, Bulka, Baps, Melon, Unvers, Kera, Loj, Pookie, Eagle Warrior, Nye, Neb, and Neville.
And Babs.
And
We said
Babs.
BAPs.
Sana is a man, confirmed.
Yeah.
Sorry, Sunner, please don't interrupt me. And finally, we're going to talk about some of the hot prospects for this season. These players we think could really impress throughout the season, maybe lesser known or dubious histories. We think they'll really shine. And we've got Gonad, Jiminy, Falcon, Cynical, Rookie, Chalksy, and Hector. And we'll start with probably one of the most known there, Rookie.
Yeah, he is really known. He's left his team a lot. He's got kind of a reputation for it. I drafted him for season 3.5, and I was really impressed with him. I didn't see anything that I've heard about him. He was a really nice guy. He really played well for the team, and he stuck it out for the whole season as well. So he must be commended for that. I think the fact that he's got a reputation may damage him in the draft, but whoever gets him, I think won't regret it.
Yeah, I think him being rated as 1 star is a bit far too low. He's a good player, very knowledgeable of the game. Not sure if his name is still Rookie or what, because he's changed it so often. The other thing I would say is, so there's 3 main schools in my area. I went to one, he went to the other, and Cookie went to the third. So a lot of talent in that area.
Love triangle?
Hopefully not.
What do you mean?
Do you not like Rookie?
What's wrong with Rookie?
I would
you
rather that we weren't in a love triangle with Rookie, because I think that'd be a bit disturbing.
Wow,
You
Loja
want him
hates
off
Rookie,
yourself?
confirmed.
But yeah, draft Rookie.
But you hate him.
Shut up. I think next person to go on to is someone that's impressed in the tryouts is Hector. Might see if you want to talk about him a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen Hector at a couple of tryouts, and he's really impressed with his play. And look at his pub stats as well. If I just stall a second while I find Hector.
I think he was really low degrees, but he actually played pretty well.
He's only 16 degrees, but
Oh, wow.
I've watched his play is not someone of 16 degrees. He had really good communication on Mumble, and he looked a solid player. And I think he'll definitely impress and will only improve this season. He's one to watch.
I played a game with him and he picked up communication really quickly. I think he could transition really well. If he puts the time in, he's going to be really good. Definitely for minors.
Yeah, definitely. And someone else who's impressed at tryouts, I think, was Gonad.
Yeah, I've seen Gonad in a few tryouts. I think he's really high degrees, if I remember. Maybe like over 100? Or maybe I'm thinking of someone else. But he was in the tryouts and he just honestly, I couldn't have noticed if he was just a pub player transferring. He seemed like he was already really quite good. He had some nice dukes, he capped a few times.
Jono is 78 degrees.
78, well, it's not
56%.
100.
When looking at stats, he is as good as me.
Yeah. I mean, that's not
So
much,
maybe not a
but...
hot prospect.
Joe on.
But 56% win rate is impressive.
No, yeah, it's good. I
Especially
don't
someone
think he
with
had a
no prior
mic.
experience.
I'm not sure if he had a mic, but I think he was going to get one. Yeah, he was good.
He's got a mic on the spreadsheet, so...
Oh, okay, then yeah. He'll probably get his mic soon.
The person you're thinking of is Jiminy, who is 100 odd degrees.
Oh, yeah.
106 degrees, with 58% win ratio, and has got down that he has no mic, which could be a problem for captains. But someone at 106 degrees and 58 win percent, not played, and someone who's not played competitive, that's quite impressive. Well, that's impressive regardless.
Yeah, when you
He's
got
well
that
without
rate.
a mic anyway.
He has got over
He's-
30,000 returns as well. In pubs.
He does indeed. 30,000 pops.
I've not had that many
Definitely.
hot dinners.
Yeah, definitely a solid defensive player. However, he is quite experienced, so he'll bring a bit to the team. He'll bring a lot to the team, being that experienced. But he might be a bit harder to sort of shape into a good competitive player if he's so fixed in his ways. Do you think that'll be much of a problem, Mike? Or do you think he'll adapt quite quickly?
I don't think so. I think he'll adapt quite quickly. I mean, obviously, as you say, he's experienced, and 58% win rate with 64th of the month. He knows how to win,
Yeah.
which is always a good asset to have in Tag Pro.
I really think pub stats do mean a lot because I remember Ron picked me up as a free agent. Like, he hadn't seen me play. It was just because I had quite a high win percent and I was low degrees. And I think it easily transfers because, I'm okay now.
Players such
Right,
as Deadman
right,
as
guys.
well, impressed in pubs, and look
Yeah,
where they are
true.
today.
Yeah. Well, Adetnan got picked up quite low and then instantly was a first player, wasn't he? I think he was round 8 or 9 or something like that.
Mm.
And another player who is a hot prospect, I can't think of a link there, is Falcron, who I saw actually about quite a lot in Season 3 and Season 2. I think Season 2, but definitely Season 3. On Mumble quite a bit, he had good communication, seems an all-round good player and a nice enough person. I think he's got a lot of potential.
He's got some really good return rates in pubs as well, which is always nice to see. Stuck solid to defense, and he can only improve.
Also, it's season 4, and he has a 4 in his name. It's almost like it was destiny. Season 2 and 3, those weren't the ones for him. Season 4, he planned for this moment.
Straight in for the win. Okay, now we go on to the last two, the American. We start with Cynical.
Cynical is American, yes. He gets really good ping on the European servers, and he's super dedicated. I played with him in 3.5. He's a solid defender. I think he'd be a good addition to any minus team. His name is also spelled weird.
Yeah, he got picked up in
the auto draft, I think it was.
No, I mean for MLTP got picked up, I believe, in the auction.
I think he got picked for minors, if I remember.
Yeah, this is his comment. Drafted for a starting spot. I've actually just missed where it's gone.
Nice reading.
Yeah, I know. Reading comprehension. Okay, yep. Drafted for a starting LTP spot, so clearly has talent. Can he apply this to ELTP? So we shall see.
Can he? The draft packet should tell me.
Mike C leaving it openly vague. Maybe a sleeper for Mike. So captains, make sure you steal it.
No comment.
And to our last American, definitely a veteran, both of ELTP and MLTP, is Chalksy. Was on Panda's team, as far as history is aware, forever. Karen?
So I know Chalks and Panda are quite good friends. They always end up in each other's teams.
Yep.
In MLTP and ELTP.
He's on Panda is on Chalksy's team this season and last season, and I believe the season before that.
They'll probably end up in the same team this season somehow.
Yep, Panda will appear out of nowhere and be allowed to play.
But he's a great player.
Yeah, and very obviously very, very knowledgeable of the game. Because of how much experience he has. And apparently he's a very nice guy as well. So he's probably going to go quite early, I think.
Probably high up in the standard draft, I reckon.
Yep, and having a look at his pub stats, 66%, as you would expect from an MLTP captain. Yeah, so this has been the pre-draft podcast. The Chaos Hawkover with LoJ, Mike C,
and
Chaos
Deadman.
Quinton, Hawker. Deadman came in briefly, but I think we might cut that out. So
I don't know, we'll see.
We'll see. Yeah. So yeah, good luck in the draft, everyone. Mike C, draft me quite high up.
As a reminder, the draft is Saturday. For the first part is Saturday 10th at 8 PM GMT. That's the auction draft on a specially made website.
And that's the first 48 people, I believe.
Yep, first 48 people going for that. And then on the Sunday, the 11th at 7 PM GMT, we'll have the standard draft. So make sure you tune in.
How many people does each captain get? Do they keep going till we've run out? Or is it a 10-person, 12-person limit?
12-person roster limit.
Can captains opt out beforehand? Or is that it?
We'd rather get everyone to have 12 people.
Okay.
It'd be nice to have everyone drafted, wouldn't it?
That's the plan. And make sure you watch it live on stream and come and talk about it in Mumble.
Yeah, check out the subreddit, I'm sure it'll be linked there.
Everything will be linked on r/ELTP and r/Tagpro.
Chaos, have you established an exit thing yet?
For this?
This is it. This is really underwhelming.
What? Oh, you want a tagline?
Yeah.
For the end of-
Yeah, your tagline.
I didn't realize I was supposed to come up with one. Okay. How about LoJ, Hawker, Chaos, Mike, see you later.
Yay, I like it.
What? This... Alright, bye.
Well, it's ruined now.
It's done.